Welcome, welcome, and welcome one and all. This is the Unfiltered podcast. My name is Malcolm Alexander.
And I am Ryan Hale, and I am so excited, man, for the first episode.
How excited are you?
I'm hyped, dog. I'm hyped. I can't lie. I've been thinking about it all weekend. I know we released the promo last week, letting the people know what they can expect from us, man. But I'm really excited, man. I could barely sleep last night, trying to prep myself and get ready for this debate style conversation, if you will. So I'm excited, man.
Okay. Who said we was debating anything already?
With you though, it's always a debate. So I just like to prepare myself for either thing. I never know.
Okay, hold on. There's people listening.
So if I need to debate, I want to be ready. They say stay ready. So you have to get ready. Exactly. So I'm just ready just for whatever comes my way. You feel me?
Well, family and friends, man, I want to thank everybody that is here. There's clips online, but wherever you're listening, we really greatly appreciate it. This is episode 1, y'all. And we are ready to embark on a beautiful journey where every single week, myself and my brother Ryan here, we're going to be giving you the culture's biggest stories and, of course, giving you our unfiltered, raw and honest commentary on everything that's happening. You already know what it is, man. So we're just going to start off with a check-in, but there's so many stories to get down to today, and we're really excited to do so. But, Hale, I got to check in with you first, brother. How are you? How was your weekend? How's your mental? And I genuinely mean it, brother. I really do.
I know, bro. I know. I'm feeling good. Obviously, I'm excited with all that we're cooking up, all that we got going on. But overall, the weekend was solid. Other than Ohio State losing on Saturday, the weekend was well.
Ohio State.
Yeah, man. The Ohio State lost. But, it was good, man. Football kicked off yesterday, so that was always good. My Cardinals came out with a big dub.
Who they beat?
The Tennessee Titans. And
nice.
They got beat down. It was bad. So,
lovely.
It was really fun to watch. But yeah, man, outside of that, I just relaxed, prepared for our big day. And outside of that, everything's good, man. The mental's good. I'm excited. How about you, though? How are you?
Things are good. I'm just in a new season, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just like this new energy, and I feel like I'm constantly, meditating and praying and really asking God for just presence and being present in it and, knowing that this too shall pass.
Yeah,
the good and the bad. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not here to say like, oh, I'm going through it. It's so bad, but it's just like it is. It's when you're getting what you want, God's going to test you. Mm-hmm. And so this weekend was beautiful. I was busy, and I'm just so grateful that I am back to being booked and busy. Even though COVID is like still doing her thing,
running rampant.
Yeah, like Miss Rona is still doing her thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm blessed that my family's healthy and my friends are healthy and I'm outside the house doing what I love most, and that's DJ. So yeah, man, like super grateful, and I'm more grateful than ever to even be able to do this with you and do it with our audience every single week right now. So for real, y'all, thank you guys so much for listening. I'm probably gonna say it 10 times at this podcast,
right?
And
exactly.
Subsequent podcasts on, because y'all, as two content creators, Hale and I, the support is so appreciated. It really is, man. So we're doing this at the same time you guys are listening, right? So we want to build this community, want to build this family together. So as we build this new show, give us your feedback, man. Connect with us everywhere. We are at Unfiltered Gems Podcast. And Hale, I'm ready to start the show. What about you?
Let's get it, man. Let's get it.
Let's do it, brother. Welcome. Well, Hale, one of pop culture's biggest nights, whether you agree or not. Just last night of where we're recording today, was MTV's Video Music Awards. Of course, there's always going to be a moment or two that people are always going to be talking about when it comes to this. And before I dive into some of mine, Hale, did you happen to catch the VMAs?
You know what, Malcolm? I'm not even gonna lie to you, dog. I did not. I watched the, for a second I thought about lying to you and lying to the audience and saying, yeah, I watched them, but you know what?
You got a lot of kicking, Craig. You really ain't.
Yeah, I got a lot of kicking. I want to start off with the audience on a good note, so I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I did not watch it.
No.
Was not interested in watching it.
Understood.
Could care less, to be honest with you. I watched some of the performances after the VMAs were over. I caught some of the performances on Twitter and YouTube or whatnot. Mm-hmm. So I've got based off of the the bunch of performances I watched, I got some that kind of stuck out to me or whatnot. But
well, let's
overall,
be honest,
man, I've
that's
never
really
been
all
like
that matters, or just catching the performances after YouTube. When I say did you catch it, that's really what I mean, because I can't say that I have cable, nor did I watch it live.
Yeah, man, I saw some of the performances, a bunch actually, that I watched. Most of them, to be honest with me, were just okay to me.
Yeah.
I know that I am more of an old soul now because my two favorite performances were Alicia Keys and Busta Rhymes. So that's how I know that I'm just getting old, which is fine. Yeah. I'm like, the VMAs might not be for me anymore. But those are my favorite performances, man. I felt like Alicia really took us back, and it kind of had me feeling like I was like at a jazz lounge somewhere with her performance. It was really cool. And I like that song with Sway Lee too.
I love really cool. I put the song on this morning on my way to the gym, and I was like, yo, this song kind of go.
I was like, I've never heard it before.
I
like,
never expected that collab. Sway Lee and Alicia. And I love Sway Lee. Actually, I'm such a racial
I'm a big Sway Lee fan too.
I'm a big Sway Lee fan. He is the song. Shout out to Eli. Shout out to Officer Burke. My man says Sway Lee is a songbird of our generation. And like, I can't unsee it, or I can't disagree. I really fuck with Sway Lee. But and then of course she does Empire State of Mind. But I mean, Alicia she's so seasoned, man.
She is, man.
And shout out to Busta.
Be able to play the keys and sing like that live. That's an unsung hero. In a sense.
100%. And what's really cool about Busta, because I'm right there with you, mind you, we'll get in another episode of our top 5. But spoiler alert, Busta Rhymes is in my top 5 of rappers, hands down. Okay. And last night, just like Missy, in the year previous, he got the Video Vanguard Award. So that is why he had a chance to do his medley of hits. And it's like, I'm sorry, the kids, y'all didn't know what was going on.
They didn't, man.
When he opened up with put your hands where your eyes, like. When he came up with, put your hands where my eyes could see, just like
when he went into scenario. When he went into scenario, bro, I almost lost it.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Like it was just critical impact. Man. Boom! Like it was so
good. Rah, like a dungeon dragon.
Man. And I love that Busta got this award despite being like a vehement anti-vaxxer and anti-masker and disbeliever in COVID.
I think they had already announced that he was gonna get it before he came out and said that, which I'm glad they still went for with it. The only thing I did not like about Busta's performance last night, and I'm probably being picky, but they should have told Busta what to wear. Because I was thinking the whole time, what the heck are you wearing, Busta?
But no, that was so on brand for Busta. That looked like,
and maybe it is, but it just not okay. I do not like that. I didn't like that.
Do you not remember the outfits this man used to don in the early 2000s, in the late 90s?
You're right. And I guess maybe they were okay back then. It's just like now I'm just like, why, dog? But you're right. He's sticking on brand. He's staying on brand.
He's staying on brand. He came out looking like someone out of the fairy
gumdrop
forest. He
looked like a big red purse.
Like a purse, like a lollipop. He looked like he should have been in a strawberry shortcake movie or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? And this is no shade to Busta Buzz.
Busta, we love you, dog.
But shout out to all the fashions though, man. I think what was really cool about the fashion sense of last night, and it's always something that I'm going to pay attention to, you know, because like I think looking at any award show in a time capsule is just very indicative of like what were people wearing, what was the lifestyle, what was the culture at that time. And it was really cool because the whole trend of last night and the assignment, if you will, was paying homage to those 2000 styles.
Yeah.
So Normani dressed in a certain way, Chloe dressed in a certain way. I mean, Doja was all camp, right? Camp.
What about Saweetie?
I didn't see Saweetie at all. I didn't even know she was there. Did she perform?
I did.
I didn't see. I didn't see her.
She was there. I just think she's so beautiful. So
very beautiful woman. Love her. Yeah. If you put McDonald's in your body, go get the sweetie meal.
But you know what was crazy is she almost had me going up to McDonald's. That's how good she is. I thought about it for a second.
That's when you know she fine. That's said, wait a minute. She fine. I don't even eat at McDonald's.
I hate McDonald's. I said, baby, you know what? That don't look that bad. Now.
You say you put the fries in the burger? You know, maybe that's not that bad. No, so I did not see her, but I'm sure she was. But it was really cool. All the fashions and everybody there was paying homage to our favorite pop stars of our time and of our generation of 2002 and 2003. I want to know some of your favorite performances because I know I have a few of my own. Despite me actually having very stringent opinions about performance these days. Because my question is, do people sing live anymore?
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, it didn't look like it. And even if people are saying, oh yeah, Normani was singing live or Chloe was singing live, maybe my issue is that y'all just don't sing no more.
And And I also was gonna say too, like I feel like to me, and maybe like I said, maybe I'm just too old school or too much of an old soul. I think they focus so much on their performance nowadays, especially in the VMAs, that they don't, like you said, really sing anymore. Because I felt like some of those performances were just super extra, in my opinion. And I mean, I feel like Justin Bieber, maybe he was singing live because he sounded like regular Justin Bieber, I guess. He didn't sound that great to me. And I didn't care for his performance, but he did sound like Justin Bieber.
Because I'm not a big fan of the song that he
me
had.
either. I didn't like that song either, but
so I was like, I just didn't really.
Yeah, I was just like, let me give it a chance.
Yeah, maybe give it a chance. And here's the thing, like, shout out to Bieber. Shout out to Bieber.
I do like him.
Like I fucks with Bieber. Bieber cool, but it's just like. Yeah, like the performances, because like again, I don't think that he's a singer, and I think that nobody that really graced the stage last night, with maybe the exception of like Alicia, who I think she's even more of a performer than like the most wild vocalist. I think for what.
But Chloe can actually sing though. I've heard like if you hear her do those covers and stuff like that, she can really sing. I just think she was focused so much on that performance that it took away from her, showing her vocal talent. And I didn't even really like her performance, to be honest. No shade on her. I know people loved it.
No shade whatsoever.
It was
I think
just
it was
okay
great.
to me, though.
I think it was great. I think for the kids, and if you like the song, it's bopping. Am I like the biggest fan of the song?
You think that performance was for the kids? You think that performance was for kids?
Well, I'm saying kids considering like 18, 20. Like
talking about us and
like compare like the children. Like she makes music for
younger people.
I don't think she's making music for 30-year-olds or for 35-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? I'm neither. I'm a little bit younger than that, but I'm just saying but I hear you on being an old soul, right? Because I remember like playing when Childish Gambino did Fallon and he did Redbone. You know what I'm saying? And he had like, he had no shirt on, the sparkly pants, no shoes, kind of very, very Prince vibes. And I'm a Donald Glover stan, but everybody know ain't nobody inviting Donald Glover to the BET Awards so we can sing a song. The boy, you know what I'm saying? He can do cool things with his voice, but he's not a vocalist, right? Yeah. I can say that about my favorite artists, and that's the way a lot of these new artists are. But I played the performance for her, and this is a couple years back, and my ninny just comes in and she looks and she goes, just like the rest of y'all, just gimmicks with no talent, and just walks away. And I heard her in the back of my mind all last night while I'm singing like. I'm going to say all the performers ate in a sense, right? They ate it up in this, like Doja kind of giving us Pink, right? Swearing around the stadium and like the lights and what you can do. And now I love what they're doing with VR. Like I feel like the pandemic elevated performance technology in a way where now you have the full VR stage and you can have designs on the ground in a cooler way. Like I remember when Beyonce did it for like Run the World and all that kind of stuff at our award shows, but it's so different now. And I feel like Doja is just primed as an artist of the digital age. I feel like Chloe is primed to be an artist of the digital age. Normani is primed to be an artist of the digital age. And I think Normani had one of my favorite performances of the night. I think probably because I really, really do enjoy the song Wild Side. And the choreography on it is just nuts.
Yeah, now the choreography and stuff for that performance was really good. I did like that.
So fire.
I just felt like I said, it was kind of extra. Like, and maybe they were just trying to make some big, memorable moment at the end with her and Tiana Taylor. But that's how I know I'm just an old soul. Because at first I'm like, dang, is this girl about to fall off this thing? Dang, I hope she don't. I was just so confused, bro. Yeah. I was like, what's the point of this? Like,
but the whole assignment for last night is paying homage to early 2000s. So if you remember, that's what Janet did with her.
Right,
with her audience members, put the guy out on the.
That's true,
and literally, it was an exact
replica. The exact same thing.
It was the exact replica of the thing, and so Tiana's waiting there, and so again, I saw what they were doing, and I think where my critique of VMAs and I think just a lot of performance culture is, I see that everybody and their mom is paying homage, but nobody's doing anything different.
Yeah.
And then the old soul in me, or like the grumpy uncle in me, is like, well, none of y'all sang no more. Like back in my day, we had song and dance, man and women. You know what I'm saying? Remember the Four Tops? Remember the Temptations? Remember the OJs? Like
New Edition.
Okay, cool. Let's make it even newer. B2K, Pretty Ricky. Like give me and I'm not saying that again. All of those are amazing vocalists, right? And even then, vocals aren't always going to be the point. But just when it comes to performance. Back in the day, you had less chance for gimmicks, and you had less chance to cover up and put technology on top of it to cover the fact that like maybe you don't sing all that well, And I love seeing everyone's like, Normani killed it, she killed it, and she did. Normani, I'm a fan, sis. Keep getting keep getting the money because I feel like the industry has slept on Armani. Like she's been
She's
so
super
successful
talented.
off 2 singles.
Yeah.
Motivation from 2 years ago and now Wild Side this year with Cardi.
Right.
Both really cool songs and she still managed to like she still manages to continue to carve out her own lane. And so I just think with more time, she's going to kill it. I'm a huge fan of Doja. Even if I don't love every song, what she can do as a performer, like I think Doja is probably one of the best out right now. As far as being able to rap, sing, dance. If you saw, like, she was doing, like, what is it? Like, interpretive dance last night even. Like, the choreography was wild to see what she could do as a performer, you know? So I want to say, like, man, music is in the hands of the kids now, and they got it. I just want to see more, and I'm gonna probably be like the uncle and be the kind of the Simon Cowell, and I'm gonna be like, you know, hey, I want more, please. I want more.
And I'm staying on track. I'm gonna be the Randy of it. It's a no for me, dog. It's a no for me, dog. It's just a no for me. I'm not feeling it. Hey,
I love it, man.
We talked about being an uncle or being an old soul. Like I think of some of my favorite moments of
I was gonna ask you, like, do you have any favorite moments?
Yeah, bro. Like in the past, I just think of, especially when it's more singing, like the one that stands out to me right away is I think it was like 2011, because I had just graduated high school. So 2011 when Beyonce, announced her pregnancy and did Love on Top. I mean, she really sang. Like we remember the pregnancy moment, of course, but like if you watch that performance, like she sang.
It was the runs for me.
Like
the key changes on like on the ending of Love on Top.
Yeah,
baby,
yeah.
Baby.
And I feel like that
is
just
the singing.
Yeah,
she's
I feel like
just
that's
wailing and then just unbuttons.
Right. Yeah. Like that's it.
Can you believe it? Like Blue's 9 this year, dude.
Crazy.
Like that's what's wild to me. It's like I remember when Blue. I'm saying this like I'm a member of the family. I remember when Blue was balling.
Blue is 9 this year.
Blue is 9 this year, man. I'm such a proud uncle. It's crazy.
You're stupid.
But no, man. But no, I'm right there with you, man. Like there's been so many amazing, moments, and I feel like just MTV for us growing up, like that was special. We did crowd around the TV. Like I remember Lil Kim and on the VMAs, and of course Beyonce, of course all the times Alicia was there.
What about? I'm being petty right now.
Oh no.
What about Kanye, Taylor Swift?
Oh, bro, I'm sorry. No, do you remember Kanye doing the Runaway?
Yes. We'll never forget. That was another one. That was another great one.
Like,
but I mean, I still think his Taylor Swift moment is probably the most remembered.
Oh, it's iconic.
Yeah, it's iconic.
And quite frankly,
I'm gonna let you finish.
Quite frankly, Taylor Swift, and I don't think people say it enough, Taylor Swift is better off because of that. Kanye may not be.
No.
And we can argue it, yes or no, mentally, but Taylor Swift is better off because that happened.
Yeah, she got a lot.
She got more fans because of that.
Yeah.
I remember President Obama said in an interview the next day, like, yeah, Kanye's kind of an asshole. Said asshole. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, bro, like that. It was so on brand, like for Kanye to do something like that, and the way the nation rallied behind Taylor and like condemned Kanye, that did something for both their profiles. And again, I think just a testament to the fact that the VMAs is always going to be a pop culture moment. Right. You know what I'm saying? So
Sarah, our producer, said, which is true, she got a lot more non-white fans because people felt like they had to apologize for Kanye's behavior, which is true in Black culture. We feel
I want to apologize on behalf of the Black delegation.
On behalf of the Black delegation.
On behalf of the Black delegation, I'd like to apologize to you, Miss Sweet Taylor Swift. But I love the VMAs, man, every year. Whether again, I'm watching more from an uncle standpoint now, more than like a super fan. Exactly. But I'm always going to watch, and I want to send a special shout out to, again, just the night was ruled by Black women, man. Black women performers, y'all are out here, and I want y'all to keep doing it, from the fashion, the choreo, to the music. Regardless of Uncle Malcolm sitting here talking about, I don't want y'all to sing more. Don't listen to what the hell I'm saying. Y'all killed it, and I'm here for it. I loved it all, and I just can't wait to see more to come from a lot of these performers. Like I want to see when Doja goes on tour. Like I realized, like watching last night and then watching her at Made in America. I have Tidal, and I was watching like the live stream.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, Doja can perform her ass off, like from singing to rapping to dancing and choreo, and like it's just like it's something special to watch. Chloe doesn't have a catalog enough for me to judge it. Like I've seen her as Chloe and Halle, great performers.
Yeah.
Chloe's a great performer, but I'm just saying as a catalog, would I want to go see a Chloe tour? I don't know enough of your songs
Exactly.
to want to
Not
go
yet.
do that. With Doja, dude, that the last few albums she's been releasing, it's just nothing but hits. There's nothing but hits on it, man. So yeah, man, I want to see what these artists do, and I'm just super excited for the future of them. I'm excited for the future of music, but I'm also a DJ, so I'm biased there. So,
Right.
Before we break, Hale, anything else on the VMAs or anything else on performance?
Nothing else performances. I just want to shout out once again, Sweetie. I don't want to let that be remiss without closing out with that. No, I'm got it. I just echo what you said, man. It was a lot of different cool performances that we saw last night. But
oh my god, I love it. But special shout out to Sweetie.
But yeah, special shout out to Sweetie.
This is Unfiltered Gems. We're gonna take a break.
Do you like incredible musical performances and engaging conversations? Well, we've got both of those things for you right here at Mental Notes Live, the talk show focused on giving you tools to grow your faith, mindset, and progress. Hosted by yours truly, Ryan Hale. Be sure to follow us everywhere on any social media platform at Mental Notes Live, and go catch up on all of our previous episodes by visiting mentalnoteslive.com.
All right. Big day. By the time you're listening to this podcast, big day. It is voting day today in the state of California. Our governor, Gavin Newsom, is, there's an issue here because of the way in which he handled COVID. Regardless of my opinions on that, he's at risk of being recalled. And so if you do not think that Governor Gavin Newsom, Gavin Newsom, that's what we're going to call him, Gavin Newsom. If you do not think that Governor Gavin Newsom should be recalled, you vote no. If you think that he should be recalled and he is unfit to govern the state of California, then yes, today on voting day, you're voting yes. And the reason I want to shine light on this is because, well, our other options for who else is going to be governor, oh boy, hell, I just want to know, what do you know about this, man?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I heard about it a few months ago, once they announced that there was going to be a recall. And personally, I mean, I got a few thoughts on it. I'm going to try to keep it brief. I think it's kind of crazy that you can even do a recall based off of something like this, you know, just signing a petition or whatever, getting enough signatures. But we're here now. Personally, all I know from Governor Newsom is he seems like a really cool dude from what I've seen. I know he was on LeBron's show, The Shop, a while back.
I forgot about that. No wonder you think he's cool. You're biased.
No. He signed the bill allowing college athletes to profit from endorsements in California. So he was the one of the first people to kind of get that in the movement. So that's huge. I hate the NCAA, and we can talk about that later on. But I feel like that was a big pillar to kind of move it into the right direction of now all college athletes being able to profit from their endorsements. So I don't know all of his political background or whatnot. I mean, politics are all a bunch of BS in my opinion. But and
it's all political. Even the MTV VMAs is political.
Yeah, all of it's political. But going off what you said, I mean, from the candidates that we've seen, especially Brother Larry Elder out there in California, it just doesn't seem like there's a lot of other quote unquote good candidates to replace him. So, and from what I'm seeing, it's looking like it would be an upset of sorts if Gavin even loses. But from what I'm seeing on Larry Elder, I mean, he came out. He's a black guy out there. But what's crazy is he just said, "Yeah, I've only been a politician for 6 weeks," and he bragging about it. And it's like that. You're just showing why you're unfit to lead one of the biggest states.
But look, we saw the same thing happen with Trump.
I know. That's what's crazy. That's what's really crazy about
Trump hit y'all with a little Uzi Vert. I only been out here like 3 days. And this nigga was,
I just got here. I just
got here, excuse me. And this man was the leader of the free world for 4 long years. Sickening. So I don't put it past stupid people to make this happen. And so just to shed some light on who Larry Elder is, because right now, if Governor Newsom gets recalled, Larry Elder is the first pick for who would take the seat.
Dear God.
And right after Larry Elder will be none other than Caitlyn Jenner. What I tell you, California is ass backwards. Maybe not as ass backwards as Texas, but the Hollywood of this whole show is a lot. And reasons why I just want to shed light on it. And again, make sure that y'all go out and please vote. I'm not even going to tell you
if you're in California,
how to vote. I'm not going to tell you. I can tell you where to vote. Vote at your local polling place, and I'm sure you can get some details on how to do that with some simple Googles. As far as Larry Elder, man, he supports Texas abortion law and is aggressively anti-abortion.
Yep.
He believes that slave owners should get reparations.
Not the slaves.
Despite the fact that slave owners did, in fact, get reparations. He thinks that sex education is too pornographic. And he wants a ban on all state-sanctioned sexual education.
Yeah, and don't forget, you might be diving into this next, but he also doesn't believe that black men are targeted by the police. He doesn't believe any of that. He also said that John McCain faced more ageism than Barack Obama faced more racism in the 2008 presidential campaign.
100%.
When I saw that, I said, somebody need to go grab brother Larry. Somebody grab brother Larry.
It's just like you hear him say things, and I'm just like, look, you're always told to respect your elders. This is just one elder that I just cannot. It's very hard to respect.
One elder I can't get behind, right?
And in the same way that he doesn't believe that black men are targeted at a higher rate by police, he also thinks that Black Lives Matter is behind the increased crime in LA.
Yeah, something's wrong with the guy.
He's an adamant Trump supporter.
Yeah,
and is so libertarian that he does not believe in COVID, nor does he believe in mandates for masks, let alone vaccines.
But he's vaccinated.
But is vaccinated.
The man's vaccinated.
And that's like all these Republicans that are like, no, we don't believe in the mandates. We don't believe in the vaccine. We barely believe in COVID.
We gonna get it. Yep.
And that's my thing. I'm like, whatever you believe, whether you vaccinated or not, I don't care about your vaccination status, quite frankly. I really don't. It's the hypocrisy for me, though.
Exactly.
That's my issue, that you're killing people willingly. So yes, he's incredibly anti-vaxxed. He says that if he were governor, before he takes his first sip of tea, he would repeal any mask or vaccine mandates in the state of California.
Well,
and we're going to do you one more. Because right when I was like, this is a black man, and I almost want to take his black card, he said something that made me almost say, wait a minute. Yeah, you might just be one of us. Man is accused of sexual assault. And he said this on his radio show back in either 2012 or 2011 in regards to the woman that sexually assaulted him.
1-800-222-KBC, the number. I want to hear from men who've been accused of sexual harassment in the workforce. I've given you an example of when I've been accused of it 2 times. The first time, and the other one I just now thought of the other day, about this woman who tried to break the contract not to compete and then accused me of hitting on her. That's how she put it. If you had seen her, you would know that the picture would be a complete defense. I'm just saying.
Jesus.
I don't even want to laugh at that. That's so disrespectful.
Jesus, man. Yeah, so.
And the boldness.
And I genuinely, my heart goes out to any victim of Larry Elder.
Absolutely.
Psychological, physical, emotional. Either way, this man is just reckless and it's not okay. But yeah, in his radio show, in referencing a woman who is accusing him of sexual assault, he pretty much said, no, you're too ugly to even be sexually assaulted by me. So, California, please get out and go vote.
Please go vote.
And if you resonate with Larry Elder, well, then vote yes to recall Newsom. And if you don't resonate with Larry Elder, please, God, please vote no. And I'm going to leave it at that, California. Do what is best. And afterwards, go ahead and roll a joint because it's legal. Moving on, staying in the political sphere, but it's kind of a sports story, Hale. Yeah. You know me, I love a good sports story. When sports are just sporting.
Didn't we say we're not going to lie to the people?
Didn't we say we're not going to kick off by lying?
We're not going to kick off by lying. You stupid. He not into football, y'all. He not into no sports.
You know what? Because you know what they say in football? Let's do this football. It's one of my favorite pastimes. No, keep it in the sports world, guys. As you know, black people are pretty much getting scraps rather than reparations. We're saying we want reparations, and instead we're now getting singers to sing "Lift Every Voice" at NFL games, which I think is a really nice sentiment. Does it change my life? Not one bit. But thank you for the Black National Anthem and recognizing our existence. That's pretty nice. I would like more than a little bit of recognition. But in the vein of the fact that the NFL is now allowing for a performance of Lift Every Voice alongside the already scheduled program of the regular national anthem, which, by the way, does have racist roots, and people know that. Clauses have been omitted over the past few decades and hundreds of years to omit the fact that the initial anthem was incredibly anti-black, has lyrics. You can look it up, basic Googles. Bill Maher decides, with his liberal opinions, to welcome this opinion into the mix when it comes to the NFL allowing performance of Lift Every Voice.
Things that I'm not going to give up on being liberal. This is what these teachers are talking about, that you're taking children and making them hyper aware of race in a way they wouldn't otherwise be. I mean, I saw last night on the football game, Alicia Keys sang Lift Every Voice and Sing, which now I hear is called the Black National Anthem. Now, maybe we should get rid of our national anthem, but I think we should have one national anthem. I think when you go down a road where you're having two different national anthems, colleges sometimes now have, many of them have different graduation ceremonies for black and white, separate dorms. This is what I mean, segregation. You've inverted the idea. We're going back to that under a different name.
Bill, here's the thing. Between you and your many, because, you're one of those white boys that just loves to, say, well, hey, my girlfriends and my wives are black. Liberal you can think you are, but black is not one of those things. You are so out of touch, it's painful. And whether or not you think the Democrats are doing anything positive in this country, what you said has layers of problems in it that I can't even hit all of them. But what I will say about the people, because I've been hearing from friends of mine that don't want to get a vaccine or don't want to wear a mask or don't believe in testing. I've been hearing the word segregation thrown around tons lately. People are saying, oh, yeah, this is a new form of segregation. This is physical health segregation. Now, allowing Lift Every Voice and Sing to be played at the NFL games, this is a new form of segregation. And you say that kids are being made hyper aware of race. Again, there's just a lot of points here. One, reasons why you're not black, because black kids
I was going to get into it.
Are already aware of their race by the time they are 10 years old. And most of us much younger than that, Bill. Also, to the fact that you think it's segregation, that Lift Every Voice and Sing is going to be played at NFL games, speaks to the fact that you have no idea what the fuck segregation is. Segregation would mean that one party is getting not just the shit end of the stick, but is getting abused, kicked down for the betterment of the other side. That's not the case here, Bill. As we said in our previous segment, recognition is the least that you can give us. And our long fight for liberation, equity, and more than anything, reparations. Because it's what we're deserving of, Bill. You're out of touch, bud. You're out of touch.
Bill's way out of touch. And it just reminds me of how comfortable people can be in ignorance. Like, it's one thing to be ignorant, but you're ignorant for so long, it becomes comfortable for you. And then when you're challenged on your ignorance, now it's uncomfortable. But what people forget is the only way you can grow is by becoming uncomfortable. So that's why you have these... That's why it's important to have these discussions. That's why it's important to call out ignorant people such as Bill Maher,
yes,
who has said ignorant things in the past as well. So this is not a shock to me by any sense of the imagination. Yeah. Like, he's just a person who is comfortable in his ignorance. And to say something like this on the start of the NFL season, that you are feeling some type of way about Alicia Keys singing the Black National Anthem on the
But you come around and you say, which I'm just now coming to find out, they're calling it the Black National Anthem.
I didn't even know it was a Black National Anthem.
Because you didn't know, because you're not one of us.
Exactly.
This isn't a new song.
Yep. And like
it wasn't just featured on Beyonce's Homecoming album.
Right. Right. And like you mentioned, like, black kids are already aware of race and the importance of race and how to deal with police and things like that at a very young age. But since you're ignorant and you're comfortable in that, you don't want your kids to be exposed to this. You don't want your kids to understand why black people have a different upbringing than them, or why black people have to go through different things than they'll ever have to deal with.
The issue
that's
here-
why you're upset with it. That's why it's
Period.
quote unquote segregation. You don't want to have to. You don't want it to be in your environment, in your hemisphere, because you're comfortable in your ignorance.
Because the only people that have an issue with kids being made hyper aware of race,
Always white people. Yeah, that's why.
that's the only. That's the only.
Literally it.
Because again, I can look back on my own experiences, and the reason I have or not the reason I have black friends, but I share those commonalities and those shared experiences with damn near every black person. I share them with my parents, even.
Yep.
I share them with you. I share them with my sisters and my brothers. This is not a new experience for us, Bill. And at the end of the day, you are a white man. And you already, 2 years ago, thought that you had a pass to call somebody a house nigga.
Yep. Right.
And
it
already
just kills
way
me.
too comfortable, bruh. And you know
Exactly.
it.
He's way too comfortable in his ignorance. And it kills me because Bill Maher is the only person who thinks like that. It just kills me that white people who were cool with segregation back in the past and cool with segregation in a sense are now want to call out, oh, this is segregation or that is segregation or whatnot. But you were comfortable with it when it benefits you. You get what I'm saying? So he talks about it needs to be one national anthem and all this stuff. Well, if there wasn't segregation, if it wasn't slavery, it wasn't racism running rampant throughout our country, then we wouldn't have came up with a black national anthem to begin with. So it's here to stay, Bill. And if you want to stay comfortable in your ignorance, then so be it. But ain't about to be no one national anthem. And if anything, we need to change the national anthem that we have, since that was built on racism anyway.
And of course he's gonna say that, but bruh, you make it seem like only that like, oh, we suddenly have the capacity to flip racism and erase it.
Right. Yeah. All of a sudden,
because I'm just now finding out about this lift every voice. They're calling you here. They're calling it the black motherfucker. You were never here in the first place.
yeah, it's sad.
It's weird, man. He is the epitome of I got black friends. I get with black girls. Like, you're the epitome of that, and so you have to think that you have a pass to say any of this shit, bro. It's not cool, Bill. And Bill, you and I, we ain't never been friends. Quite frankly, we don't know each other, Bill. But hey, I'll stop by because I like HBO. I'll stop by.
Stupid.
Have me on. Let's talk. Let's talk, Bill. Bill?
Ain't nobody trying to talk to Bill.
Bill.
Ain't nobody trying to talk to Bill.
All right. We're going to take a break. More Unfiltered Gems when we get back. The new Studio 54 is here, y'all. If you love disco music, house music, funk, R&B, all of those genres are played and they go crazy at Capacity Dance Party. Hosted and curated by myself, Malcolm Alexander, every single party features one of LA's best DJs and myself spinning nothing but the best dance music around, spreading across all decades. So, to get info and tickets on the next Capacity Dance Party, head over to capacitydanceparty.com and follow us on social media at Capacity Dance Party.
All right, Malcolm, we usually don't do this, but since it is our first episode, it's no better time than right now to introduce the people to who we truly are. We're not just Unfiltered Gems hosts, but we are two really cool dudes. So no better time than right now, Malcolm. Hit the music, man, and let's introduce you. Oh, yeah.
Come on, let's go, y'all.
Now let's introduce you guys to our producer, Sarah, who's going to be asking us some hard-hitting questions, helping you guys get to know us a little better. Sarah?
I wouldn't say hard-hitting, but okay.
Get us with the hard hitting. We need to give the people the hard truth.
Gosh, the pressure. So, to the both of you, what are your favorite types of food? Would you like to keep it more simple or a little exotic?
Ooh, hell, you go first.
Okay. Dang, I'm honestly open to a lot of different type of foods. Lately, I really like Indian food. I've been introduced to that over the last couple of years. That's really good.
Cultured, brother. We like this.
Yeah.
We like this.
Italian is one of my favorites as well. One of my favorite food actually is French fries. I love French fries. I'm talking about Five Guys, Chick-fil-A fries. Like, those are some fire fries. But yeah, other than that, man, I'm a big Indian food, Italian, obviously American, Mexican food is growing on me a lot. So those are probably the top three for me.
Nice. I'm going to say For me, I eat like the reason I will never be able to be vegan is because of tacos, like street tacos. Man. So I consume like street tacos probably like 4 times a week. So yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites. It's definitely up there because I just love like going to like the local taquero, like just the guy like flipping them on the corner, man. Like I don't got like the best. That's the thing. If some people come to visit me in California, it's always like, oh man, we want to go to some nice restaurants. I may or may not take you to restaurants. Well, I'm gonna take you to food trucks.
You're right.
So
See, they don't have those out here like that, man.
Nah, you don't, man. So it's like the Badia trucks here in Long Beach. Fire. Like I love Badia, like the braised like beef.
Yes, bro.
Just so good. And yeah, just tacos, dude. I could eat carnitas. I could eat pastor. Oh my god, pastor with the pineapple on top for the sweetness, with all the salsa on top, onion, cilantro, todos. I want it all. God, I can go off about tacos. My other favorite, I eat a lot of pho and a lot of Vietnamese food. I can eat pad thai or pad see ew or drunken noodle like so much. I could eat Asian, like, and I'll always make it Asian. I could eat Asian food. I can do K barbecue. I could do kimchi. I like Japanese, like katsu, chicken. Like I love Asian foods. So and there's like tons out here, and I think that's really awesome. That there's a lot of options where you don't feel like you're just like Panda Expressing it in some markets, and I know that's like a privilege where I can go to fast food Filipino and get like Jollibee, or I can go get like lumpia and pancit from like a small Filipino restaurant or hole in the wall. I can go get Cambodian food. I can go get Thai food or Vietnamese food. Like there's so many options when it comes to like Asian cuisine, especially in Southern California. So I always appreciate it. Those are some of my favorite foods.
Gotcha.
Thank you for your answer. Next question. What is a favorite trip that you've taken or that you would like to take?
Ooh, hell, back up. If you have it. If not, I think I got one ready.
Favorite trip that I've taken? That's kind of tough. I really like San Diego.
San Diego.
So that was one of the favorite trips that I've taken as of the past. But favorite trips I want to take, I got a bunch of those. I really want to go to Hawaii. I really want to go to Bali. I would love to go to Thailand one day. I hear Italy is nice.
Yeah.
So that would be cool. London, I do want to go there. Yes. So those are just a bunch off the top of my head. But
well,
yeah.
I hope y'all heard that, audience.
Yeah.
Black man that doesn't want to go to Africa.
Okay. You are so stupid.
I
would like to go to Africa.
I hope you heard that, black listeners.
I would like to go to Africa. That's another one.
Black man here doesn't want to go back to the motherland. Because that's the only place. No.
You are stupid.
No, yeah, definitely. Okay, so I will say of Hawaii is incredible. I was in Hawaii this year.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you.
I feel like I have unfinished business on that island. Like, there is something just magical. And I was on Maui. I was in Maui. And I'd never been. First time going, it was absolutely incredible. And then right before the pandemic, me and my little brother surprised my dad with tickets to go to Cuba. Like, we grew up in a cigar house. Like, my dad, like, collects cigars. He sells cigars. He makes cigars. Like, that was, like, me and Jamal's, like, rite of passage when we turned 18. It was like, all right, you can finally come smoke one with your dad. Like, despite being around it, like, our whole life, you know?
Yeah.
But it's a good rite of passage, you know what I'm saying? He even, like, I probably shouldn't say this, but he even let us, like, take a sip of beer before we could ever smoke a cigar with, because it was like, this is grown man shit right here. So, like, you ain't gonna just throw this away. So we did Cuba last February, right before the pandemic, and that was, and I think it was so special, not just because it was like the destination, but it was like also being there just on a boys trip, giving like me and my little brother and my dad a chance to like really bond. That was super, super special. So Cuba and Hawaii, yeah, magical places I've been. And where I really want to go is Ibiza. And I would love to DJ and do like one of the pool parties in Ibiza, you know, just like their infinity pools and just like the typical DJ life. I would 1,000% love to DJ like a dope just house set.
That would be dope.
Ibiza, just have the people rocking.
Awesome. Well, since you guys are both single, I'll throw that out there for the ladies. Go ahead and shoot your shot in the comments.
Something else.
What would be your like favorite type of date? Like, do you guys like to chill out? Do you like to dress up? Like, what's your favorite thing to do date wise?
You can go first, Michael.
My favorite type of date always has that food involved because, like, who doesn't like to eat? But I don't know if I'm all about, like, let's go to a restaurant and let's get dressed up. Even though I'm about it. Like, we can go do Ruth Chris. We can go do we can do everything. We can do.
Ooh, look at him. He got money.
No. Hold on. Like, I'm just saying, like, the range, right? But for me, it's like the dope date with me would be like, hey, we either go to a concert or we go get like food somewhere at like a dope taco spot or just like a dope. I like eats that you can't get nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's what I'm saying. Cool. If you want to do Ruth Chris, we can, or we can like, yo, I know this like pop up empanadas place that they make homemade empanadas. Like Abuelita's like right there hand rolling them. And I tried this place in K-Town the other night. It was just me and some friends, and I was like, oh, that'd be dope to like, you bring a girl here, y'all, you know, we eat empanadas, and it's like, hold up, we gonna go goat karting. And then like afterwards we hit the track, go goat karting, or we can like do laser tag or something like that. Like I'm very active, you know what I'm saying? So like a date to me is like, or we're going to a concert, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not like, let's sit down, like let's go to the pit, you know, and not like mosh, but I'm not saying like take a girl on a date to a Travis Scott show on the first night out, you know, but it's like, yeah, let's go listen to some dope music, man.
Stupid.
Yeah, like those are cool dates. I like being active. I like eating and I like activity on a date.
Got you. No, those are solid ideas. For me, I'm really big on if I'm able to have fun with you and have good conversation. So for me, a nice date is doing something fun and then going somewhere to chill and have a good conversation. So something that I like that comes to mind is like wine tasting is really fun.
Come on, hell. Oh,
yeah,
he got
wine tasting
money.
is
He
really
like
cool.
wine tasting, y'all. He like wine tasting.
No, man, wine tasting is really fun because you get a chance to have some good conversation, you know, have fun, try different wines, stuff like that, and then just chill. Another thing that's really fun is what's another good? Oh, I was gonna say go-karts. Actually, that's really fun too. Putt golf is another one of my favorites.
Yes, thank you for saying that. I was like,
Yeah.
I love like your basic 2001
Exactly.
rom-com date.
Like it doesn't have to
I
be
do.
too deep.
It doesn't got to be like, it's just fun.
Yeah.
For me, it's like, it's not
Exactly.
even about like, let's go. Like I said, it's not about going to like Ruth Chris and it's like, so cool. Like the date question. So when was your last relationship? And what do you look for in a man? Like, I'm like, girl, let's go sweat. Like, don't come here and like, you know, that is one thing. I will always give the shoe assignment. I don't know if you do that with women that you date, but like most of them will always ask. You know what I'm saying? It'll be like, hey, you know, what should I wear and all that stuff. But I'm adamant about,
absolutely.
But I'm so adamant about like, oh no, for what we're doing tonight, because I love surprises. I don't like to tell, like, give you the whole play-by-play. But I will say like, yeah, bring 2 jackets because you ain't wearing mine because girls love it. Even if they bring 2 jackets, you still gonna be giving your jacket away. I'm done with it. Bring 2 jackets, and I will say, don't do heels. I'll say, yeah, like wear flats or wear like active shoes. You know what I'm saying? Because like,
Bring 2 jackets because you're not getting mine.
You not gonna
I
wear
hope y'all
mine.
heard that. I hope y'all heard that while y'all shooting in the
I hope you
comments.
did.
Bring 2 jackets because you're not getting mine. That is hilarious.
because your jackets be going up missing, or they be nice ones that go with the outfit. Like I'm trying to keep the outfit intact.
See, bro,
You know?
you gotta bring. Come on, man. You gotta bring a jacket that you don't really like care about, dog. You know, you gotta bring a jacket like, if I lost this jacket, would I feel it? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I gonna be mad if I never see this jacket again? That's the jacket you bring to give away.
So here's the
You've been
cheat
bringing
code.
your nice jackets.
Hold up.
Your high school Lettermans.
Yes, for me to wear. So here's the cheat code, fellas. Hell, here's the cheat code. Y'all want the cheat code? I always keep 3 jackets in my trunk. And if I'm like, I'll always have, if it's like a winter time, right? So it's like, cool. If I'm wearing a jacket out on a date, that jacket 8 times out of 10 is gonna stay on me because it's like, it's a part of the fit. You know what I'm saying? It's not just the warmth. It's like it's the look, right? I keep the extra ones when the woman is gonna say like, hey, can I wear your jacket? And I'll be like, oh yeah, most definitely. Well, here.
So okay,
And
wait.
I
You're
bring out
you're saying that you wear a jacket,
Yeah.
and then you have 3 extra jackets in the trunk.
No,
Is that
I
what
have
you're
2.
saying?
I have like 2. Like I have like 1 or 2 in the trunk at any time.
Okay, so you've got 2 extra jackets. So you've got one on, and you've got 2 extra jackets.
So
in the trunk.
when-
so then, when you bring her to the car, do you say, "Hey, which jacket do you want? This is this jacket."
No,
Like, do you
I
start
decide based
selling
on
the
what they're wearing
jackets to
because
her?
I'll coordinate it. You know what I'm saying? Based on what they're wearing, it's like I'll give you a jacket based off.
Coordinate it.
Yeah, 100%. You know, so I'm not gonna put you with something like cross color.
So first, bring your own jacket. If not, I've got a jacket coordinated to fit your outfit.
God
That's what
willing,
you're
of the
saying.
2 options that I have, yeah.
Wow.
I'm a fire date. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be out here looking bummy. You get to wear one of my jackets, and it has
fire day.
it has the smell like when I know y'all like to. It smells like man. It smells like I keep it a little musty. You know what I'm saying? Like it's in there for you. You know what I'm saying? And I got two. You know what I'm saying? So it's like depending on what you're wearing, navy blue may not work. Maybe this black and white might work, or maybe this like one with a little. Maybe this maroon jacket works a little bit better with the outfit.
Interesting. All right. Well,
You're
so
welcome.
now we know.
You're welcome.
Fellas,
look, fellas.
stand by for you.
Fellas are gonna look. I'm just saying that's a good idea. Keep
Thank
jackets
you so
on.
much,
That way
Sarah.
you don't have to compromise your outfit. It's just what I'm saying. All right.
Shout out to our producer, Sarah. Thank you
so
again.
much, Sarah. Appreciate it. Questions that you want to ask us, and as you guys get to know us better, of course, reach out to us on socials at Unfiltered Gems Podcast. Subscribe to us wherever you're listening, and talk to us, man. Leave comments, ask us questions. You can follow us. Our ats are everywhere on social media as well. So connect with us, ask us questions. Again, we're building this family alongside of you, man. So thank you guys so much. We do want to switch gears a little bit. It's been a heavy week. It's been a real heavy week in entertainment. I believe at the tender age of either 53, 54, we lost a luminary. That's all I can say. Michael K. Williams, renowned actor, also dancer. Did you know that he used to dance? He was in Paula Abdul's videos.
I recently saw some videos of him dancing and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and I did not know that. But obviously, that stuff starts coming out of the woodworks after, unfortunately, he passed. So,
And I know we all talk about giving people their flowers when they're here. Michael K. Williams, we already showed so much love. It doesn't matter how much you show, though, because what people are battling and what they're, what's happening on the back end and what's happening in their personal life, no one is really going to know. So I just want to personally send my thoughts and prayers out to his family,
yeah, as do I.
friends,
Absolutely.
the people that he's touched. It's been a lot of people, man. For a lot of people watching The Wire, they never had a chance, especially for young black kids, black people, who sometimes innately we have this built-in homophobia sometimes in our thought patterns. It can come from not just religion, from just a lot of different environmental factors. When you look at his character, you saw a strong black man who happened to be queer, and you didn't. And I can say for me watching, you did not. It didn't. At no point did you think to lose respect or not see him as one of the hardest motherfuckers out there on the streets, as like the guy that clapped drug dealers, like he was the Robin Hood. You know what I'm saying? And it just so happened like and to see what he stood for when it came to representation, the narratives, the stories he was able to bring to the forefront. I think it's so incredibly beautiful and moving, and the tributes that have poured in have been just absolutely incredible. And so I just want to give a long, eternal, loving light and send it out to Michael K. Williams' brother, because the young king, like a lot of our luminaries, gone too soon. We've seen a lot of our idols this year, not just due to COVID.
Right.
DMX, Cool G Rap, Biz Markie, just to name a few.
Yeah.
And some of it is addiction, some of it's just health. And there's so many factors to it, and I'm not the one to prescribe. I'm just someone in the community that hurts when you see your luminaries gone too soon.
Definitely.
Michael K. Williams, that's one of those actors that, like Jay-Z with rap, you want to grow old with them. You want to see Jay-Z rapping at 70.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see them like putting out some of their best work at 80.
Yeah.
And just be like,
that's how I felt about Kobe too.
Yeah. Woo! Yeah. Even in retirement, you're just like, man, but I know he's going to be at the Hall of Fame when he's 60 and when he's 70, and you're going to get a chance to see Coach Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Gray haired. I was waiting to see gray haired Kobe just out there pushing Gian around like, come on, do this. It's like, he can't move like he once used to. That's what you want to see from your luminaries, man. And we time and time again, we see them taken a little too soon.
Yeah.
And it seems like, you don't know what it is. It's suspected that it was a drug overdose.
Mm-hmm.
And on the inverse of that, we're seeing a lot of similar stories when it comes to overdosing. It's really scary here in California. In the past week, similar to Michael K. Williams, you saw 3 riders.
Yeah.
And what points, or what happens behind, it's not just that they're doing the drugs, it's the fact that they're laced with fentanyl.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like it's targeted, you know? I'm not condoning drug use, but it's the fact that dealers are knowing or unknowingly selling drugs laced with agents of death.
Yeah. It's very sad. And just doing some research on fentanyl, man, I didn't even know like how deadly it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 50 to 100 times more potent than morphine. Like it's that much more addicting.
And it takes so little.
Exactly. It takes so little, right? Especially when you mix it with another drug or something like that. So it's just very, very sad, man. And like you said, I mean, obviously Michael K. Williams is how we got this discussion started, but so many other people, as of late, have been dying because of drug overdoses and things like that. And it's just a reminder to just, like you said, I know you said Michael K. Williams had been vocal about his struggles with addiction and stuff like that. So it's just a reminder to really take your mental health seriously. Try to do whatever you can to, like you said, seek some type of therapy, whether that is finding a therapist, whether that is having weekly or daily unpacking sessions with friends and family, whatever it is. Like we, especially as Black men, don't know how important that is. And for someone who has just gotten into therapy themselves and is really seeing the benefits of it, is so important just to talk about your thoughts, talk about your childhood, and talk about some of the things that you learn that you need to unlearn and things like that. Like all of that stuff that you didn't even know is built up, and it is causing some of the struggles that you have. And some of these struggles that we think are so tough can easily be overcome by just taking that step to talk it out and talk to somebody and get some help that you feel like you need. So like you've already said, man, condolences to all of those that we've lost, especially Michael K. Williams and his family, because that is one of the most recent ones. But to people out there who are struggling with mental health, this is no better example than to there's no better example than, like you said, of Michael K. Williams, who, like you said, was vocal about struggling with his own thing. So take this as a reminder to not take your mental health for granted. And really strive to get better. It's not an overnight thing, but as you consistently try day by day to try to unpack and try to grow in your mental health, you can get better and overcome these struggles and not have to deal with some of these things like they have, unfortunately.
And not just the consideration of your own mental health, but when I look at Michael K. Williams, right, that's one of those people that seems kind of like family in a sense for what they played and what they portrayed, right? You don't know them personally. Right. We have no personal tie to them. But it's like losing a relative, and it makes you think, who else in your family maybe, who else in your friends might be going through something, and it's the reminder to not just take self-inventory of your own mental health, but also check in on the people that you do care about.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Even if it's just one person. I find for me, when I'm going through it, the best help for me is to be outward focused.
Yeah, remember we talked about that.
And I'm always going to say outward focus. I'm never going to say to fix, right? It's not, I'm feeling like shit today, so let me call Hale and try to fix his problems.
Mm-hmm.
No. But it's one of those things that when I'm going through it, when I can be vulnerable and share what I'm going through, and also be there for you, bro, or be there for my other brothers and my other sisters, it creates a space for vulnerability and for sharing. Mm-hmm. And suddenly, after a very short conversation, you don't feel as alone.
Right. Yeah.
Because you take the moment to share a little bit.
Exactly.
Because sometimes it seems like our battles are a solo battle.
Yep. And like you kind of touched on this earlier, man, like is just that this too shall pass. So for anyone who is dealing with mental health struggles, like I said, I was dealing with some at the beginning of the year, and like I said, therapy has helped me. And I know me and Malcolm have discussed this, and we'll probably discuss this on future podcasts as well. But it's just a reminder, like the storm is temporary, but the blessings are eternal. So just remember, like all the blessings that you have, like Malcolm said, like you've got people out there that care about you. You've got people out there that want to protect you and hold you close and uplift you and help you grow. So reach out to somebody, even if you don't really connect with them often. Reach out to somebody if you're struggling or feel like you just need to kind of talk or unpack, because the more you kind of hold that stuff in, you don't know what that can do to your mental health or what you're struggling with because of that. So yeah, it's just important to kind of reach out and to kind of do that stuff as soon as you can, or as soon as you kind of take notice to it.
Yeah, 1,000%, man. It's in this journey was wild because I'm in a space where I have the privilege, and I'm learning to acknowledge that as a privilege, where my father and I have a very open relationship when it comes to mental health now. More so because I can say growing up that mental health was not like a topic of conversation in the house. And I don't mean that in like in a negative way. It's just it wasn't something that we talked about. And it's so refreshing being able to have someone that I can like. And it's not that I go to my dad for therapy. I go to a therapist for therapy. um,
Right.
when I need religious counsel, I go to a spiritual advisor, or go to a pastor. But being able to actually just have an open dialogue with my father about what he might be going through and what I might be going through, and just being able to even just hold the space. I remember like I told my dad I was really excited because I was getting insurance, and I was like, hey, hopefully by the end of the year I'll be back in therapy again. And this is something I don't know if I told this to you, and it's like I guess it just seems like a fitting time to share it even on this podcast, but I was having brunch with him, and I was like, yeah, dude, I'm super excited to be going back to therapy, and just talking it out. And he looked at me and he goes, I am so sorry that I failed you as a father. Because I told him that I was excited to go back to therapy.
Oh.
And it wasn't because I was like going through it at the time. It wasn't because I was like hurting or anything. But I knew there was things that I wanted to talk to a professional about. And there's still
Right.
things that I want to talk to a professional about. But it was a really beautiful thing that months later, and me even hearing that, like I know that was his stigma around mental health. I know that wasn't him looking down on me. That was him looking at himself in his own opinion, right, on mental health, that apparently therapy is for weakness. Right? Therapy is because something bad happened to you, right? And that's just our segment around mental health in the Black community.
Yeah, that's true.
And months later, him and I are just talking about it again, and he just opened up to me, and he's like, hey, I'm sorry what I said about therapy, because he goes, I'm starting back therapy, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. And he opened up about just his mental health and where he's at and what he's been talking about with his own doctors. And I was like, man, like I know that not a lot of kids are going to have that privilege, maybe to talk as openly as vulnerably with their parents. But I was encourage people that if, in fact, you have the opportunity to and you have parents in your life that you would like to, start with being vulnerable with them.
Right.
And seeing what that does, because you'd be surprised, parents actually want to talk a lot more about it than I think we make them out to be. But it's like we have to come from a place of vulnerability with them. Like, right, life doesn't give you what you want, it gives you what you are. If you want your parents to be vulnerable, you got to be vulnerable with them.
And speaking as somebody who has a and Malcolm knows this firsthand, has a very, very tough time being vulnerable.
Yeah.
Like the more, what I've realized is the more vulnerable you are, the better you feel, the easier it is for other people to kind of help you, because like it's hard for somebody to kind of give you what you're seeking if you're not telling them what you need. You get what I'm saying? And that's something that I've learned in therapy is like, tell what you're feeling and then tell what you need, like based off what you're feeling. You know what I'm saying? So, I just feel like that's an important conversation, an important thing to have. And like you said, if you have the opportunity to have a parent in your life that you can kind of sit down and talk to, use that. But if not, everybody has somebody that they can reach out to, whether that's a friend or, like you mentioned, either getting a therapist, pastor, spiritual advisor, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Just reach out to somebody sooner than later and be vulnerable and kind of open up and realize the help that you have right around you. So
Always, man.
Yeah.
I will say, and I'll end on this. There is a mental health crisis right now, is what it's seeming like. And so in the vein of like helping people and supporting community as best as possible, with a lot of these overdoses and a lot of what's been happening with drugs, there are fentanyl test strips that if you are going to be doing any degree of illegal or recreational drugs or whatever that is, and if you're suspicious, and quite frankly, clearly the way in which the news is looking, you should be suspicious of all recreational drugs. There are test strips that, quite frankly, dealers should be testing their own stuff. But if you were going to be using any drugs, there are fentanyl test strips. I'm not all aware of where to get them, but it's looking like, from my basic Googles, it's looking that you actually can get them from healthcare providers if you have insurance, things like that, at a very, very low cost. That is just one way that you can save the lives of maybe yourself or friends around you. And also having Narcan. That is the pen or the shot that people do when they're ODing, when they know that something's happening. Those are just two mechanisms that potentially could save your life or the life of somebody around you. And so I just want to extend that. I would say do research there. Again, if you do know that you're going to be taking part, or you know people that are taking part in activities like that. I'm only here just because I want to make sure. I know I can't save everybody. I'm not Captain Save Everybody. But I know that there's options out there that can save lives, and I want to make sure that we extend those. We're going to take a break. Thank you guys for listening.
All right, y'all. Moving into a lighter note, and with is actually my favorite segment of Unfiltered Gems.
You love it too much.
Man, I love this segment. And it is our segment called No Filter, where we're going to talk about a topic that is just random, but going to give you our complete unfiltered raw opinions on this topic. So something that we've been seeing on social media lately is a conversation, a lot in Black Twitter, about dinner with Jay-Z or 500,000. So I think this should be a really, really easy answer. But I'll start off with you, Malcolm, and see what your answer is, and kind of dive into it on that. So, Malcolm, what are your thoughts here, man? What you doing? Dinner with Jay-Z or 500,000?
Look. You would think it's an easy answer.
You would. I think it is an easy answer.
I personally think it's a very, very, very easy answer. Obviously, I'm taking dinner with myself with $500,000.
100%.
I don't know why. I know why. I know why people are over here saying that they want dinner with Jay-Z. I think I know why. But I'm like, $500,000. And I'm not one of those like, oh, I get money and I'm going to go spend it.
Right. Same.
I'm not that guy. But I'm seeing the argument from people that would take the dinner. The argument is like, but Jay over dinner is going to give me all the strategy,
right, and
on how to flip my money.
Yeah,
he's going to give me 20, 30 years a game.
500. Yeah, teach me how to make more than 500,000 and all that stuff. If you want to learn more about how to make more money from Jay-Z, go listen to the 444 album and get your 500,000.
And get your $500,000. Here's the thing. People act like Jay-Z hasn't had advisors around him for the past 2 to 3 decades supporting his money and his financial decisions.
Yep.
Jay-Z ain't gonna have shit to tell you about how to make more money other than, yeah, you should probably, I don't know, do your thing. He's not gonna tell you anything else.
Bro, I don't even see Jay-Z as a favorite dinner companion. Like, why would you pick? He doesn't even seem like somebody that would really talk that much about
at dinner. That nigga go come in, eat his food, and leave.
Exactly.
Nobody
talk to you like a fan and move on. That's all you are at that point.
The chicken venison was great. Yeah. And he's gonna leave, nigga. He ain't gonna say nothing. Bruh, if you are choosing dinner with Jay over $500,000, I question if you will ever find financial freedom. Because it is all LLC Twitter.
Financial freedom.
It is all Rock Nation Brunch Twitter that is like, we gonna do dinner with Jay-Z.
Oh, man.
Negroids and negresses. It's not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. Take your $500,000. You can look at all your YouTube videos, but either way, there is so many ways to invest $500,000. Hell, you can invest $1,000 and flip it even better.
Literally.
Take
for people who think that you're gonna make more money off of having dinner with Jay-Z, I'm sad to say, but you're lost. Like, it's not like Jay-Z gonna give you some money at the dinner. What, you gonna be in the same position after the dinner as you were before it? And then my question I was thinking about is, do I have to pay for my own dinner?
Yo, that's literally all I'd be sitting here the whole time. Like, knowing Jay-Z, he would just leave like, well, you asked all the questions. Yeah. All right, I'm out. And then the nigga just gonna come and bring the bill. All right, here you go. And you gonna look at that thing like, I'm sorry. I've never seen this many zeros on a dinner.
Right. And I'd be like, what do you take? Where
do you take Apple Pay?
You take Venmo?
Do you take Venmo? Do you take crypto? Some of my Ethereum is sitting nice. But I'll tell you right now, I don't have the $1,500 to pay for this meal.
Not for this.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on with that. I hope everybody that is choosing dinner with Jay-Z is just trolling us.
I really hope so.
And they're just looking for a ticket to Rock Nation Brunch next year. I really feel like that's
which ain't coming.
Which is not coming. I don't know what is happening with the world. I really don't. I wish I did. But y'all, you lost. Period.
Yeah, and if
to
you,
echo
if you
what
haven't-
Hale said,
if you haven't heard anything else that we said today, just remember, choose the 500,000. That's it.
of every topic we hit, of introducing ourselves to
Out
you.
of all of the things that we said today, the most important is choose the 500,000. That's what we want to close this out.
Even from Ryan
with.
sharing his sexual proclivities in our dating segment.
None of that
y'all,
happened.
take
Hey,
the 500. Just rewind, ladies. Rewind.
Bob, turn the podcast off. What does he talk about?
Fellas, if that's what you're into, rewind the podcast and listen up. Hale drops all the tea on him and what he's into.
These
but
are
if
all
there's
lies.
If there's one takeaway from the podcast, y'all, take the $500,000.
Take the 500,000.
And that's on God. This has been Unfiltered Gems. Thank you for listening. Oh my God. No, really, y'all. This has been episode 1. Thank y'all like so damn much. This has been just fun for us. Special thank you to Sarah, our producer.
Absolutely.
That is just doing God's work in keeping us sane and keeping us organized.
Keeping us on time.
Yeah, keeping us on time, everything. Please. My name is Malcolm Alexander, guys. Connect with us everywhere.
Yeah, and I am Ryan Hale, and as Malcolm said, we are so excited to begin this journey with you guys. And if you want to stay up to date with everything that we've got going on from a week-to-week basis, be sure to follow us everywhere on every social media platform at Unfiltered Gems Pod. That's Unfiltered Gems Pod. Go ahead and give us a follow right now.
It is at Unfiltered Gems Podcast.
Ooh.
But if you do type
Unfiltered Gems
Unfiltered Gems
Podcast.
Pod, I'm sure we will come up.
I don't even know the social media handle. Help me.
But of course, we're everywhere. As he said, yes, we are everywhere at Unfiltered Gems Podcast. You can find us on all the handles, guys. And please, 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 there is no option. Follow us everywhere. Follow us everywhere. Support us, comment, likes, all of it. Share the content. And we have so much content coming your way. We are really, really excited about. And of course, if you go to unfilteredgemspodcast.com, you can subscribe on every platform. Wherever you listen to us, there's going to be some Unfiltered Gems podcast for you. So, guys, thank you so much. And until the next
guys.
episode.
Thank you.